road. Listen to the job while sitting in the car or taking this road. You'll be amazed with outspoken exchange.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to Outspoken Exchange.
Welcome. So I'm sure you guys can all guess what the show is about, or may assume, or probably know, or assume, or probably know with the scarf and the bonnet. It's like the rave this week, with what Monique posted in regard to how she feels we as Black women are representing ourselves in public. We walking around in pajamas and blankets and scarves in the airport. And according to her, that is not prideful. And I quote, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves?
Let me ask you, have you ever went to the store, to the airport, to Walmart, Target, in pajamas, a scarf, a bonnet on your head?
A scarf, absolutely. A bonnet,
scarf,
no.
No, not a scarf and it's cute, like fashionable, but like you just woke
No,
up.
I'm tying my hair down so it won't get frizzy in the morning scarf type situation.
That's cute. I think I told you I think you're
but I mean, you could, a scarf is passable, and that's why I will wear a scarf in public, but a bonnet, absolutely not. Like, that's for at home. Pajamas is a no-no. Pajamas is what you wear to bed. So, in my opinion, that is something I would not want to leave my premises. Now, I will admit, I have walked to my mailbox in pajamas, absolutely, but I've not gone any further than that.
Right.
I have to get in my bed in these pajamas. Therefore, I do not want these pajamas in public, collecting all these nasty germs that are then placed in my bed. That's disgusting.
So my question is, I'm wondering, so do these people who wear pajamas out in public, are they the same pajamas that they woke up in? Or do they get dressed and put on a clean set of pajamas and go to the store?
Okay.
I
Time out.
don't understand. Like, my opinion is that if you're running to the store and you want to be comfortable, put on some sweats and a t-shirt. And if you have on a bonnet, take it off.
Absolutely.
You know?
Right.
That's just my opinion. But apparently Monique has the same opinion. I think she probably went a little bit too far in the messaging, and we'll talk about the messaging because you have the quote, right? So right. I think she probably went a little bit too far in the messaging. And then I know just the conversations that I've had with people on social media and the things that I've read, they are basically saying they're shooting the messenger and not the message. But a hit dog will holler. So these same people that are so upset with her, they probably wear pajamas at Walmart.
You're not going to get offended if it doesn't apply. If you don't feel condemned, if it doesn't apply to you, first of all, it doesn't apply. If you don't feel condemned, then you don't. But if you do, then there lies the problem.
Right. I know I had an exchange with someone today on social media, and basically they were saying because she had the last, I think it was probably one of the last videos she posted, she was in her home with her robe on. So they're saying basically you can't give me a message because you have on a robe in public. Technically, she's not in public. She is in her home. She is not out handling business with people, talking to people in public. You know what I mean? So you kind of have
Okay, so let's go back to where you said she's in the privacy of her own home. Therefore, it is acceptable for her to have a robe on. However, is it acceptable to have a robe on if you are in your home and you're on a professional call?
Absolutely not.
I'm just posing a question.
Absolutely not, because a professional,
A professional
okay,
call.
I did see that on social media also. I think the article that I sent you an article, and I think it was a Black woman and the article, and she was basically saying that she has a protective hairstyle.
She's trying to basically preserve her hairstyle. So that's why she keeps her bonnet on. However, I do feel like when there's a place when you're at any type of professional setting, in my opinion, you're advertising yourself. You're promoting yourself. At any given moment, if you're in a place in your career or in a position just within yourself where you want to constantly grow, that's the aspect that you're going to have. You never know who you're going to run into.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be on a Zoom meeting, even if it is at my home, in my home, dressed unprofessionally.
Right.
Now, we don't know what the waist down looks like, and the waist down is none of our business. What's off camera is off camera. You could be butt naked. It don't matter. It's based off what people see. And sadly, other people's perceptions weigh in on how other people perceive us. It
Right.
sucks, but it does. If
Right.
you want to know something about somebody and you trust the person that's giving you that information, you're going to perceive them in that light because the person you trust has that same perception.
Right. And I think that,
right. It's all in perception.
right.
And
And I
if you want to
think
be
her
around
message,
in pajamas,
right. And her message, she basically said, look, I'm not being judgmental. I'm basically trying to help because I see this all too often. You know what I mean? And I am, oh my God, I am like the least judgmental person. But I have seen it and I just like, what? I'm wondering like, why you having pajamas? You know, okay, so, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. So does it matter? Like, does it matter what you're doing? What, am I any different? Say, for instance, I am about to go on an interview. I need to run to Target to pick up some ink because I need to print my resume. And I'm just running to Target and I have my scarf on, no pajamas. I'm not wearing any pajamas. But if I'm running to the store and I have my scarf on, am I any different? But I'm just running in and out. So am I any different from that person who actually woke up that morning and that's just what they do? They wearing their pajamas and they bun out because they're dressed for the day. Am I any different because I'm just running in and out? You know, as opposed to this person who is not actually taking the time to get dressed, and or are they dressed for the day?
if you look at it in that context and you have the whole breakdown and the semantics of the situation, absolutely there is a difference.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I'm on the run, I'm on the move. For whatever reason, I got delayed. I have to go and do something. I'm running behind last minute. I have on my suit. I'm appropriately dressed. I just have on my scarf because I have to run home, do this, do that. And I'm trying to preserve my hair until the last minute.
Yes.
Versus, this is just what I do on the regular, whoop, 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 whoop. This is just what it is.
Right.
Yes, there is a difference. However, surface wise, to people who are on the outside looking in who don't know you, no, there isn't a difference.
Right, right, right. Because I always say
it's all in perception.
I always say you never know someone's struggle. You know what I mean? You never know. So, you know, actually just thinking about it now, that person who woke up and went out the house, went shopping at, you know, Target or Walmart, wherever, with their bonnet and their pajamas on, they could be depressed. They could have some type of mental illness, right? Like, so you never know. And not all of them. I'm saying some of them just, that's just what they do. But with
And
some,
that's just what it's gonna be, right?
that's just what they do. They're lazy, and because to me that's lazy. And here I go. I said I'm not judgmental. I'm really not.
But
But
then you go back to social norms.
like,
So what's normal to us and what's acceptable for us is not normal and acceptable for everybody else. You have to even go further and break it down into socioeconomic classes.
right.
Lower socioeconomic classes, of course, is going to find it acceptable to go to the liquor store, be in the laundromat, go to the bank, run in here, run in there with pajamas on, with the pajamas that got the writing across the booty and you still got your headscarf on and all that, versus a higher socioeconomic class, a class of individuals who make more money, they're going to present themselves in a different manner.
Different light. Exactly.
And it just boils down to those basic principles. Like it's
and I think I honestly think that is what Monique was trying to say. I'm not putting words in her mouth, but just hearing the several videos that she did, I think that's what she was trying to say. You know, and she's just trying to uplift us as a people. Now, it's not just Black people that do it, because at Walmart, everybody does it.
I'm gonna tell you, unless it's something I'm in dire need of,
I don't shop at Walmart.
I'm not going to Walmart. I'm going to Target.
I don't.
I cannot.
I don't shop at Walmart because
two places I do not like: Walmart. And if you're in the California area, I don't know where this other place exists. If it exists across the United States, I don't know. But Chuck E. Cheese, I can't do it.
I love Chuck E. Cheese. I love Chuck E. Cheese. I like the other one now, the
John's Incredible.
John's Incredible Pizza.
Yeah,
I like that. But yeah, so I don't know. I really think that people are shooting the messenger because of her having on a robe in her home. To me, that's asinine. It doesn't make sense. You know, just think about the message.
Right, but you have to take it even back before then. Like she even said where she received constructive criticism from Patti LaBelle. I forgot who the other individual's name was, who she mentioned. But the fact of the matter is, I think she came from a place of genuine concern. I believe she had an unconditional positive regard for what she was saying. And I don't think she was coming from a place of malice.
I don't.
I think she was informing those who were uninformed, because if you don't know better, you don't do better. And people who walk around like that, that's normal to them.
Right.
But it's not normal to the outer people and society.
Right. And she said that do better. Just do better, you know. Mm-hmm. But people who don't want to do better, you know, they're taking it as judgment and not as constructive criticism. Like, you know, I have always been open to constructive criticism. Sometimes it hurts. That constructive criticism, sometimes it hurts and we don't want to hear that. But it is only to make you better. But
you have to be on a certain mental level to even be able to accept what somebody is trying to tell you.
Yes.
To even be on a level to be able to process what someone is trying to tell you. She's only trying to help you. Yeah. You can miss out on a grand opportunity. Someone, you don't know who's looking. Someone could be off in the distance and be like, oh my gosh, she is beautiful, but I don't like how she's representing herself. So I'm not even going to approach him or her with this opportunity.
Right. And that's exactly what she said. You never
know. Opportunity that you didn't even know you missed because you didn't know that you were doing anything wrong by wearing pajamas and scarves and hair bonnets and stuff in public. Right. But when someone tried to correct you, it's still a problem. So keep doing what you're doing and missing out on potential opportunities.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I agree with Monique's original message. I think she might have taken it just a little too far when did you read that quote? that she said about the pride?
Oh, she said, when do we lose pride in representing ourselves? I don't know if I would take it to that extent because I don't think people are looking that deep into it. However, maybe on a psychological, on a more in-depth level, that's what it kind of boils down to. I just don't think that people are looking at it in that manner. So that may be a little unfair to say. However, it is putting something on people's minds. It's giving them something to think about.
Right. And you know what? I guess it's important to know that people are visual people.
Absolutely.
People are visual people. I was just gonna say men. We know men are visual, but women are visual also.
Yes.
People in general are visual people. You know, I think the better you represent yourself, the more approachable you look. I mean, that's just in my experience. You know, you want to represent yourself in a certain light when you go out. I just think that it's important to not lump everybody in and judge everybody who is out in pajamas and a bonnet or whatever, because you never know. I mean, that's when it gets tricky, because you never know that person's story. And I'm telling you, everybody has a story, especially people with depression. People with depression don't want to get out of bed. They don't want to get out of bed. So if they're living alone and they have to go grocery shopping, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. You know, and so depression runs deep, and it's a feeling that you don't want, and it's serious. And if you've never had it, you don't understand it. You know, so I just think that it gets kind of complicated because you don't want to lump everybody in that box. But I think that if you know better, you should do better. And Monique's message was right on time, in my opinion.
Right. I think it was right on time, and it was intended for those who know better and for those who need to do better.
Yes, yes. And so y'all hit dogs need to stop hollering and just receive the message and stop shooting the messenger.
And it's extremely unfortunate that we as Black people already have to work extra hard. It sucks, but it's the reality of the situation. And unfortunately, we have to represent ourselves if we want to um, have people be amenable to invite us to experience their experiences.
And
We have to be open to different opportunities, and we don't know what we're missing out on based on how we represent ourselves in public. So what do you do in the privacy of your own home? You see how I'm looking?
Well, you know, we wanted to prove a point. And
we did, but I was already looking like this, though.
We are in the privacy of our own homes. But I wouldn't walk outside like this. And your spouse, for those that are married, I mean, what does your spouse say? So I did get some feedback from a couple people. I got a feedback from a man, and I asked him what he thought, and he basically said, you know, it's none of my business. But that was just one man. And then I did get a feedback from a female, and she told me the same thing. So of course, this is.
First of all, I always have something to say about everything. And if it don't look right, I'm gonna say something about it. So if my husband has on something that I'm questioning, I'm gonna say something.
Oh yeah.
And I'll expect the same in return, because it's about perception. Perhaps he sees something that I don't see and I need to correct it.
Yes.
And vice versa.
Yeah. My husband would never let me walk out the house with pajamas on. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But
There's so many alternatives. Sweats,
yeah,
stretch pants,
and I
stretch
think
pants and
that when
sweats, t-shirts.
yes,
It's yeah. We don't have
you
to
know
get
better.
in the store.
When you know better, let's just do better, people. And do not shoot the messenger. Receive the message.
And if the message is not intended for you,
You
leave it where it is. If it's on your mind, stick a pin in it. If it applies to you, then make the change.
make the change. I've always wanted to you know when girls, that's when they have a weave, right? Be patting the head like this. I got this from Beyonce. All right, exchangers, thank you so much. And we just wanted to jump on real quick just to talk about the tea with Monique. And how do you feel about wearing bonnets, scarves, and pajamas out in public? Drop your comments below. We want you to like, share, and subscribe so that you won't miss out on our next episode. And so this is Pride Month. So our next episode will be about the LGBTQIA plus community. Join us. Peace.
We know what you want to hear. You came to the right place. So sit down and just listen here. But who knows what we might say? Listen at the job while sitting in the car or taking a stroll.